taking on a dynamic Winnipeg team. Defensively likes to get after teams. Is it about counter-punching and being able to make them pay for trying to get after you?
You know, it's just about making more plays than them. It's about, you know, making sure that we're lining up right, we're being effective with our schemes, we're being effective with our play calls and doing the right things at the right time, because if you don't, this is a defense that can turn you over and really affect the outcome of the game. I mean, they had 59 turnovers last year, and, you know, a lot of people don't talk about, you know, their winning record last year. Their defense scored a lot of points, created 59 turnovers. You do that, creating 3-4 turnovers a game, you know, it's hard to lose those games. So.
Is that the key to winning there last year quite comfortably, just the fact that this offense didn't turn the ball over?
Yeah, I think we only had 1 turnover against them last year, and, you know, as long as we, you know, keep the turnovers down, you know, protect the football, and make sure that we're executing our game plan, things will be all right.
What's been working so well with you and Greg? I mean, obviously got the honor this week, but is it just that extra year of chemistry and trust?
Yeah, and Greg's a guy that at first, you know, I struggled to throw to, and, you know, when I first got here, because he runs his routes a lot different. But you know, once you throw to Greg for a while, you understand his strengths and the things that he does well. And you know, obviously we have a good thing going right now, and we're going to continue to build on that. And, you know, right behind him is Brad, and we have a lot of dynamic players, and so we just got to make sure that we're doing all we can to you know, get those guys involved early and often.
How do you mean he runs his routes differently?
I'd have to sit down and show you, Phil.
Okay.
But he's very difficult to cover in terms of the way he runs a lot of his routes. They look they look the same.
Is it a case of receiver-quarterback relationship for the receiver not to leave quarterback guessing? If you have to get a route to 12, don't go to 15, don't go to 10. This is the spot you need to be.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. I mean, I think that's a lot of, like, you know, with timing and with spacing and kind of stuff like that. But that's how our offense is kind of predicated. But in all honesty, people think like, oh, you're just going to throw it to Greg, aren't you? I'm like, I don't know who I'm going to throw it to. I'm going to just follow my progression, and whatever the progression tells me to do is what I'm going to do.
Well, one of the keys be to get Stangby and Hoffman and the other guys in that core involved.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we can't put it all on Greg and Brad, and we've got to make sure we're spreading the ball around, and we'll do a good job of that. You know, I think our game plan's set this week to make sure that Spence, Hoffman, and Stangs are getting involved, along with Pat and, you know, Willie, and we've got to make sure that we're getting all those guys involved.
You guys have played a lot of good football. You sometimes wonder how you're 1-4-1.
Yeah, it's one of those things you look at it and you're like, man, 1-4-1. Man, like, it just looks terrible. But this isn't a 1-4 team, and I think if you talk to a lot of people, I don't think that they would say, yeah, this team's terrible. They're 1-4. But yeah, we're a good football team, and but that doesn't mean that we're sitting here saying like, oh, it's a sigh of relief. I mean, we know it's go time. It's nut cutting time. We got to win some football games.
Last season, this team tended to struggle coming off bye weeks, and while this wasn't an official bye week, it's still considered that. How do you make up for that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it seems like it's a consensus across the league. Teams that come off byes, they're sluggish at first, and you know, but then the short weeks get to you, and so it's just about maintaining your focus and being effective in the game planning, staying aggressive, and going out and throwing the first punch. And we want to make sure that we're just staying aggressive and doing that tomorrow.
Is it even more important for you guys because in so many of these games, it's been that 1 or 2 plays that end up costing you in the end?
Yeah, and, you know, 1 or 2 plays a game can cost you, and, you know, we just don't know when those plays are going to happen, and so you've got to make sure that you're being a pro every single play, and, you know, just do your job on every single play and do your job well. And if we can do that, stay together, fight through the adversity, because there will be adversity when you play a team like Winnipeg. They're gonna do some things that cause some problems, and you've just got to make sure that you stick together and fight through it.